prepare to race onto the field. Everything is riding on this football game. So there's a special intensity, a special urgency. Here come the Volunteers. Wherever you listen throughout the world, it's football time in Tennessee.
Welcome to the Talkin' Balls Network. My name is Boogie Bentley, and it's been a couple of days. It has been a minute since I've talked to you guys. Honestly, just not a whole lot going on right now in the world of football. Tennessee's in the middle of summer workouts. A lot of recruits are on campus for camps and visits, but most of the guys camping are 23s or 24s. A few offers are going out for those guys. I don't really cover as much recruiting that far in advance. I try to keep you guys up to date with the guys in the class of 22. But obviously, if anything big goes down, we'll cover it. We'll drop a video. It's kind of just a slow time of year right now for us. But I still want to try to put out some content, keep engaged with you guys. Myself and the Indy Kid will be covering the baseball super regionals this weekend as Tennessee takes on LSU. Going to kind of be similar to last week. I need to talk to the Indy Kid. We'll try to do some lives, probably drop some videos. But we'll see. Just want to keep it, keep covering that baseball program as, man, they are hot right now. The energy around them is exciting. So just make sure you guys are tuned in to that. But as always, go ahead and smash that thumbs up. Hit that button just below the video. I would greatly appreciate it. If you're new to the Talkin' Balls Network, welcome. Please go ahead and subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. You won't miss out on when we drop content, when we go live, all that good stuff. But let's get into the video. And this is an article from 24/7 Sports. Alvin Kamara likes energy Josh Heupel brings to Tennessee. And again, just some downtime right now. So I wanted to make this video. There's some good quotes in here, some things I want to touch on, some comments I want to make. But you guys let me know, what type of content do you want throughout June and July? Obviously, just a slow time of year for Tennessee football. But we'll try to do as much as we can. But let's get into the article. Again, I just like some of the things said here, so I wanted to go through it. It says, with new Tennessee head coach Josh Heupel entering year one of his tenure, he already has support from a notable VFL. Former Volunteers running back Alvin Kamara believes in Heupel's vision for the program. And I know we hear this a lot. We hear this pretty much anytime a new coach comes in, right? We all get excited. We hear about the former VFLs are excited. But still, there are some things said in this article that made it video worthy. I wanted to make some comments about it and talk to you guys about it. It says Kamara recently spoke with CBS Sports and was asked about the hiring of Heupel. That's when Kamara revealed that he has already had a conversation with the VAWLS' new head coach. The Saints running back likes how Heupel is building relationships with his players and likes the staff he has built on Rocky Top. Kamara is ready to see what Heupel can get out of the team this fall. Me too. I am extremely excited. Again, some of that comes with energy. Anytime you have a new coach on campus, that the buzz going into that first year is big. Everybody is excited. I've already said on here, I think this team has the capability. I think they have the talent. I think my expectation is that this football team can win 6 games. And I think we have to keep it almost reality check ourselves. You got to look at the overall talent, but more importantly, you got to look at the depth when you start looking at 2021. When you come in and you start talking about how Josh Heupel's never going to succeed, he's not going to get it done, 3 years and done, we're going to move on, we're going to be in this same spot 3 years from now. I know you guys, some of you guys, this is what you do. On the flip side of that, some of you let yourself get built up, and I'm guilty of this too. And then when fall rolls around, you're going to be saying this team, they're going to win 8 or 9 games. And then when they don't, you get disappointed. You set the bar too high. We got to keep reality in our sights. Be realistic. The quote from Kamara goes on to say, I like Heup. He's got good energy. Kamara told CBS Sports, I think he wants to come in and understand the players. Understand the players. He also wants to understand the culture here at Tennessee and not try to create a new one. That's interesting. We'll come back and touch on that. He says, I think he wants to get in line with what's been going on and try to fill the void with what the need has been. Me and him talked for a while, and he has a lot of great ideas. The whole staff is great. I'm sure they gel well together, so I'm just excited to see what they do in the fall. That's a great quote. That is a really good quote. Just a small little tweak or change to what we normally hear. You notice how he said, understand the players. He said, understand the culture. I like that he says, I think he wants to get in line with what's been going on. But look, there has been a void there, as he goes on to say, and try to fill the void with what the need has been. Tennessee has a culture of winning, but it's been a minute. It has been a minute. There has been a void there, a need. We talk a lot about Josh Heupel changing the culture, and he does have to change the culture, but he has to change the culture of a team that was coached by Jeremy Pruitt, a team that has been through the ringer. But it starts with understanding your players first. Go back to when Josh Heupel first arrived on campus. You know, it's been well documented. He sat down, he talked to the players, he talked about trust, he talked about family, he talked about relationships. But the key piece to that puzzle is that's a bunch of words. And that's what he said. He sat down, he talked about those things, how important they are. And he said, look, right now it's just words, but give me time and I'll show you with my actions. And that's a guy, Josh Heupel is a guy that understands how relationships work. He's trying to understand his players, what they've been through, where they come from. This team, again, has been through the ringer with Jeremy Pruitt. And look, Jeremy Pruitt is a good football coach. Now, before you laugh, before you roll your eyes, I think he has a great football IQ. He's just a horrible head coach. He's a good coordinator. And yeah, he's had talent everywhere he's been as a coordinator. But I think Jeremy Pruitt is a good football coach. I think he has good football IQ. Just absolutely lost as a leader. So when we come on here and we talk about culture and we talk about relationships and we talk about family, et cetera, it never fails. Somebody, usually more than one, they'll come into the comment section. They'll talk about how none of that stuff matters. It's all about the wins and losses. And I get it. As a fan, wins and losses are all that matters. But let's look at last year's team. 3-7, absolutely horrible. Absolutely terrible. Jimmy Brumbaugh fired in the middle of the season. And if the rumors are right, if the rumors are true, he was fired in the middle of a game. Jeremy Pruitt had no idea how to be a leader. I don't think Jeremy Pruitt really knew how to build relationships. That football team last year, they had some talent, way more talent than 3-7. So when we come on here and we talk about culture and atmosphere and team chemistry and relationships, it does matter. It's important. This team still has talent, even with all the turnover, with all the roster turnover. This team has talent. They lack some depth. I think they're missing some key pieces. But if Alvin Kamara's comments are accurate, if Josh Heupel is trying to understand his players, if he's trying to understand the culture, but still fill that void, find that need, what was missing? Not the culture under Jeremy Pruitt, but the culture, the expectation, what it takes to succeed at the University of Tennessee. If he can understand that, Tennessee could surprise some people this fall. I think Josh Heupel's done a good job so far, but it's easy, right? It's easy right now. It's easy to have fun, build family, build relationships. It's easy. What about when you're in the trenches? What about when it's for real? What about when it counts? When the bullets start flying, can he keep this team together? Look at the baseball program. Don't tell me that team chemistry and culture is not important. Do more with less. Tony Vitello is doing more with less. And I know there's some talent on that baseball team, but if Josh Heupel can mirror what Tony Vitello has done with that baseball program, we're going to have some fun over the next few years on the Talkin' VAWLS Network. Got a little long-winded there. The article kind of goes on to talk about who Kamara was, where he's been, what he's done. Heupel quote here. He says, the BFLs that came back, man, so many guys came back and were part of this weekend with our current players. And obviously all the guys having the opportunity to get together brought a ton of energy just to the program. Even though he hasn't been around very long, Heupel has emphasized the importance of former Tennessee players staying involved with the program. When it comes to former VAWLS currently in the NFL, Heupel wants them to do some of their offseason training in Knoxville. That would be huge. Excuse me. He says, I want guys here, he said. Our guys that are currently playing in the NFL, and hopefully they come back and they're working out here during the offseason. Those are all the things that I think are important that give back to the players that are here. Hopefully that does happen. It's great to see Alvin Kamara back around the program on campus. And I like what Heupel says there. Guys back on campus putting in work, do their offseason workouts in Knoxville. Would be huge just to be around the program. You know, a couple of weeks ago, the question came up whether or not Kamara should be the new face of Tennessee football instead of Peyton Manning. I kind of threw it out there to you guys, didn't really give my thoughts. The reality is that both guys can be the face of the program. And some of you said that in the comments, and I agree with you. It's just nice to see Kamara at the orange and white game, being around the program. Kids recognize him. You know, he's active in the NFL. He's a star. I love Peyton Manning. Always will love Peyton Manning. But the last game of his career was 5.5 years ago. And these kids in high school right now, these kids being recruited, they just recognize Alvin Kamara. So it's great to see him back around the program. Love to see him get a little bit more hands-on. Like I said, guys, that's going to wrap it up for this one. Just not a lot going on. I saw this article. I wanted to put up a video. Let me know what kind of content you guys are looking for over the next couple of months. We're going to have some severe downtime for June and July, but I want to keep engaged with you guys. Obviously, we're going to roll into August. The channel is really going to pick up. We'll do some position previews, cover fall practice, kind of get geared up for the 2021 season, and I'm excited. I cannot tell you how excited I am for the fall, for football, but also for this channel. The post-game shows are going to be fantastic. A lot of new people here on the Talkin' VAWLS Network over the last couple of months. Fall is fun. Those post-game shows are high energy, emotion right after the game. Hopefully it's not ball therapy this year. Hopefully we got a little something to celebrate. But that's going to wrap it up for this one. If you haven't done so yet, please smash that thumbs up on the way out the door. This is the Talkin' VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.
The songs howl like we poets sat in our chains, soaking moonlit falls, unbroken past this in a